From Boerne ISD Stadium at the edge of the Texas Hill Country, it's Friday night Texas high school football. Tonight, the Boerne Greyhounds play host to the Coyotes from Uvalde as league play begins in District 14 4A Division 1. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Paul Alexander. My buddy and broadcast partner is Kerry Barboza. And Kerry, yeah, there's going to be some fierce competition tonight, but more than anything else, this is about human unity because all of us as people, as Texans and neighbors, offer our full love, support, and encouragement to the people of Uvalde.
Yeah, absolutely, and they've done a lot for them. They had a tailgate party for them. They had a flyover. They gave them an American flag that flew over Air Force or one of the military bases. I know they're going to feed them afterwards. They're doing a lot for them, so I had a moment of silence, and you know, I guess the whole thing, you got to balance it because they probably have to go through this every week. Right. So you don't want them to have to remember this. This is a solace away from. So how do you balance that? And I think Boerne did it very well. You know, and then afterwards they're going to feed them on the way home. So you know, just a small token to say we're thinking about you.
So we're going to play football tonight, but we're friends. Now, this is the district opener for both teams. Boerne ran the table in non-district play, polishing off Flower Bluff, Pleasanton, Antonian, Gregory Portland, and Salado. So the Greyhounds took a 5-0 record into their bye week. Uvalde's 3-2 with victories over Carrizo Springs, Wynn, and Crystal City. The two losses were to Poteet and Divine. And Kerry, let's start with the Greyhounds. Not much has gone wrong for them all year long so far.
Yeah, 5-0, that's the best you can be. And you know, I talked to the coach over the bye week. I said, are you worried about losing any kind of edge, anything like that? He said, no, we're not worried about losing an edge. The thing he was worried about more than anything was the timing. The quarterbacks, receivers, they're in a rhythm. They play every week. The quarterbacks, receivers are rhythm together, and they were working on stuff. And Coach Hendrick's approach is it's a bye week. It's not an off week. So they worked. They rested up, but they worked a little bit, and they were trying to keep their timing is the big thing.
Uvalde won the toss, elected to defer, so the Greyhounds are going to get the football first. Damian Rivera set to kick it off for the Coyotes, and with that we are playing the great game. Ball is taken at the 18-yard line and returned up the near sideline up to about the 30-yard line. And on the return there was Braden Bays, and we'll get our first look of the night at a very prolific Greyhound offense.
Yep, at Braden Bays, we're going to see a lot of him tonight as receivers. Here's their leading receiver coming in, 96 yards a game. So his brother looks for him often, and he leads the league or leads the team in touchdowns.
Start this drive from their 31-yard line. It's a Boerne offense that's averaging 43 points and 388 yards per game. The sophomore quarterback, Jackson Bays, plays like a senior. Here's the first down play fake. Bays comes to the near side, now throws it up the sideline, got a man. That is complete. What a rocket that was to T.J. DeMint, and he's had a real knack for starting off games hot.
He scored the first touchdown of the year on the first play, and right there he just kind of ran a little wheel route, and he was wide open, and Bays sees him and hits him. I thought it might go for a score.
All the way down to the Coyote 36-yard line, 1st and 10, just underway here in Boerne. Running play coming near side. This bus into the open. This is a big gain. And down around the 10-yard line goes Adam Hicks, the sophomore running back.
Yep. Two big plays, pass play and run play. Greyhounds like to be balanced that time. Just great hole for Hicks to run through.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. Again, first down. Greyhounds quickly to the line of scrimmage. Hitch pass, and it's dropped. It is incomplete. Pass was on target, but the intended receiver, Caleb Cloutier, just couldn't quite come up with it. So it's 2nd and 10 from just outside the 15-yard line.
I thought the defender, Chris Rodriguez, I thought he made a good jump on that. Hit him at a good time. Knocked the ball loose. Didn't let Cloutier, kind of secure that catch.
It was timed well. 2nd and 10. Drive started back at the Greyhound 31. Running play again coming near side, inside the 10, inside the 5, and into the end zone goes Adam Hicks for his 4th running touchdown of the season, and just like that, the Greyhounds draw first blood.
Well, we see the replay, just great blocking by that line. Hicks didn't even get touched as he goes at the very end. He got hit, but he was at the 1 yard line, so he just falls forward. So 4 plays, they only had 1 play that wasn't a first down. So if you're worried about any kind of timing being off or anything like that, that certainly didn't happen.
That's Joe Ballinger with the PA attempt, and it's good. And the Greyhounds get off to a fast, hot start. 11:07 remaining here in the first period, and Boerne leads Uvalde by a score of 7-0. Back in just a moment on the Greyhound Sports Network.
I'm Stan Leach, Boerne ISD Athletic Director, and you're watching the Greyhound Sports Network. Go Greyhounds!
The Dog and Pony Grill has been committed to the Boerne community for over 10 years. And in that time, we've grown. But we've always stayed true to our roots. Just like all of y'all. Live music, great food, and the most fun for all Greyhounds fans. Stop by today, or tomorrow is just fine with us.
A lightning strike by the Greyhounds. Here's scoring drive information from Kerry.
4 plays, 69 yards, only took them 53 seconds. So they had 33-yard gain and 21-yard gain, 15-yard gain, had 1 incompletion, and that was it.
Ballinger on the kickoff. And this is going to go into the end zone and will result in a touchback. And we'll take a look at a Uvalde offense, a team that is 3-2 on the season. They are driven primarily by their junior quarterback. He's a rangy guy, 6'4", 190, Brody Carnes, who's thrown 5 touchdown passes this year, but he'll start this drive with his team trailing by 7.
Carnes was starter last year, had a good year, threw for 1,500 yards last year and 12 touchdowns. So always good to have that experience in the quarterback spot for any team.
Started from the 25. Carnes the quarterback. Coyotes operate from the pistol. 4-man defensive front for the Greyhounds. Running play right up the gut. And that's senior running back Jaden Gonzalez. And he gets about 2. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Stop made by number 22, Hudson Hendricks.
Hudson Hendricks with the stop. He's leading the team in tackles per game. 9.8 tackles is Hudson. He's only a sophomore.
And he's had 6 tackles for losses this year, along with 2 fumble recoveries. 2nd and 8. 2 receivers to the near side. And we've got 2 backs standing alongside the quarterback, Brody Carnes. Now they motion 1 out. Option play coming near side. And the running back puts his foot in the ground, cuts it back inside. Once again, that's Jaden Gonzalez. He doesn't get much, and Kerry, it's going to be 3rd and long.
Yeah, he actually didn't get anything. They're going to spot him at the original line of scrimmage. So 3rd and 8, you would think passing down. And normally in those situations, Greyhounds don't mind a blitz here and there just because they know it's going to be a passing down, put the pressure on the quarterback, not give him a lot of time back there.
And the Greyhound defense has been good at forcing turnovers. They have 4 interceptions and 8 fumble recoveries on the season after 5 games. Balanced formation, 2 receivers to either side. 4-man defensive front. Motion across the formation by Jonathan Jimenez. Quarterback throws, and it's incomplete, and that's going to be a quick 3 and out for the Coyotes.
And Jeffrey Brown was coming in. He got in the backfield, put a little bit of pressure on that quarterback, but I think he had a little bit more time than he thought.
4th down, Coyotes.
So an impressive defensive performance on that first series by the Greyhounds.
Chris Rodriguez to punt it away for the Coyotes.
Uvalde's going to have to punt it away. And their punter, Chris Rodriguez, is standing back at his 15-yard line. Braden Bays is the deep return man for Boerne. Kick is away cleanly. It's kind of a knuckleball that hits it about the 45-yard line and takes a Uvalde roll. And it's going to roll all the way down to the 30-yard line. So with that, the Boerne offense returns to the field, already leading by 7, as they took the opening kickoff and drove it 69 yards in just 4 plays.
Not a bad punt, 43-yarder.
Very effective.
Backs him up, but can you slow him down is the key.
They've had a number of big plays. As you said, they only had one play on that first drive that did not go for a first down or a touchdown. Look at the bunch receivers to the near side. Bays comes that direction, pulls the trigger, throws a strike to his big brother, and big brother Braden Bays has it into Coyote territory all the way down to the 46-yard line.
Well, you see, he had a couple options that time, Jackson did. He's looking, he throws downfield. Braden gets about 24 on that, so he's averaging 98, so he gets 24 right there.
Very accurate pass by Jackson Bays, the sophomore. From the pistol, on first down, breaking into the secondary is Bodie Brown. And the last time we saw him against Salado a couple of weeks ago, Kerry, he looked really good.
Yeah, and he had a touchdown at least. I remember one touchdown, and he's leading the team in rushing, 61 yards a game.
Gain of 8 this time, 2nd and 2. Bays throws near side, can't quite connect with his brother Braden this time. That was Juvenal Esparza defending for the Coyotes, who come into this game with a record of 3-2.
Whatever reason, Jackson, when he looks for Braden, he's usually on the left side, and they like those little sideline routes, those down and out routes.
Just barely missed on that one. From the pistol, tight end flanker to the near side, running play that's going to net a first down at about the 32-yard line. Once again, that's Bodie Brown.
Tackle made by number 21, Justin Rendon.
Keep the chains moving. You see Bodie has some room there. It goes around this tackle, and then he cuts it upfield and gets about to the 32. Gain of 6.
And a first down.
Brown is definitely the bigger back between him and Hicks. He's the bigger, taller guy. Uh-oh, kind of all
got
kinds
motion
of
before the snap. We'll see which direction this goes. They blow the whistle and stop the play. I think this is going to be an offside against Uvalde, and it is.
Count went long that time, and he good to change it up. See if you can get him to jump. That time they jumped.
Moves it down to the 27, where it will be 1st and 5. Brown is the running back, now standing at the right-hand side of the quarterback, Jackson Bays. 2 receivers to the near side. Coyotes crowding the line of scrimmage. Got a whistle again and a stoppage. That was the jet sweep forward pass. Remember, because it's flipped forward, if it hits the ground, it's just an incomplete pass, but this time it's procedure against the Greyhounds. So we go from 1st and 10 to 1st and 5, back to 1st and 10. And the LOS is the 32-yard line. Clock stopped right now. Now running again with 7:58 remaining here in quarter number 1. Greyhounds already leading 7-0. Bays takes the snap. Has lots of time, now steps up, flushes to the near side, turns the corner, inside the 30, skips out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. He'll be short of a first down by about 3 yards.
Well, you see Justin Rendon, 21, he comes in, and you see him on the left side. He kind of flushes him out of that pocket, but Jackson gets away from him and gets positive yards and gets about 5 or so.
Yeah, they call it a 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5 from that point. Wide receiver to the near side is Braden Bays. From the pistol, it's going to be a throwback and a throwback screen. It's set up beautifully.
Yeah.
What a beautifully called and executed play. That is gorgeous as it gets it all the way down to the 40-yard line. But we do have a flag on the play. Let's check it out.
I would question the execution just because the linemen were like 15 yards downfield. Look at the linemen. They're way down. Look, there's about a 10-yard gap, so I think that's going to be illegal, man.
It was the timing on that. There's no question.
Yep.
It was the timing on it.
But it was well executed. They did everything right except the linemen were okay. They're saying no flag.
Okay. So the reception by Chance Gentry will stand. And it's first and goal from the 5-yard line.
I didn't know if they called that a lateral, and it didn't matter then because did it go backwards? And it was a.
Well, here's what I think they called. It was a forward pass carry, but it was complete behind the line of scrimmage. And in a case like that, linemen can go downfield.
Okay.
First and goal from the 5. Bays, the quarterback. Running play coming near side. Going to be hit right at the line of scrimmage, and falling forward for about a 1-yard gain is Bodie Brown.
Good job by Caden Smith, 36. You see him, he gets there, he fights off a block, he slows him down. Doesn't make the tackle, but he slows Brown down.
Caden Smith with a nice play there.
Mm-hmm. And then the other guys, his other teammates, come and finish him off.
Officially no gain, so it's second and goal from the 5. Hicks, the running back, goes in motion. They're going to throw it to him, complete at the 2-yard line. He's diving for the end zone. Let's see if he got in. Referee's hands go up in the air, and yeah, that is a touchdown reception. What a nice adjustment to the ball by Hicks. Take a look at this, Kerry.
Yeah, and that was a quick throw. Bays had to get rid of it because they were bringing pressure, so he had to get rid of it. Wasn't really able to set his feet or make the kind of throw he wanted, but he kind of threw it near Hicks, and Hicks made a great adjustment, like you said, and that was quite a catch. I didn't think he was going to be able to get to it, but he contorted his body and able to make that catch, and then presence of mind to fall into the end zone.
Hicks already with a rushing TD and a receiving TD. Ballinger is good with the extra point. 5:56 remaining in the first period, with Boerne leading Uvalde 14-0. Back in just a moment on the Greyhound Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Brian Benway, Boerne ISD Director of Communications, and you're watching the Greyhounds Sports Network. Let's go Hounds!
Hi, I'm Scott, and I love Chick-fil-A nuggets because the flavor is unparalleled. As soon as you bite into them, you're in a happy place. The seasoning is perfect.
Hey, I'm Giovanni, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is that they're perfectly breaded. There's just that right amount of crisp. I don't know what they're doing in the kitchen, but it's pure magic.
Another efficient drive by the Greyhounds as Hicks gets his second touchdown here in the first quarter.
Yep, both rushing. This one was a 5-yarder. It was an 8-play, 70-yard drive. Took 3:34 off the clock, and Hicks scored twice already tonight.
Ballinger with the kickoff, and it's going to go out of bounds. One of the few mistakes that the Greyhounds have made here in the early going. District opener for both teams. Both teams had a bye last week. Used it to get healthy and to polish things up. Both teams report that they are relatively healthy going into this game.
Yeah, and that was the thing the district voted on. They decided instead of taking different weeks, they would since they have a 5-game district schedule, they decided they would play 5 non-district, have the bye, and then go into the week district play. So every team was on bye in the district last week, and Coach Hendricks liked it. He said it came out a perfect time for the Greyhounds.
I think it's a very fair way to do that. I like it.
I do too.
First and 10 from the 30-yard line. Coyotes trailing by 14.
Oh.
They looked to throw a completion, but the ball came out at about the 39-yard line. That was a nice on-target throw by the quarterback.
Yeah, Coyotes, they got to get something going. They don't have a first down in the game, and that would have probably been the first one right there. But they got to keep the Greyhound offense off the field, and that means sustaining drives and getting first downs.
Second and 10 following the incompletion. Brody Carnes, the quarterback, and he is a tall drink of water at 6'4". This time trips 3 receivers to the near side. The ball placed squarely between the hash. And that's going to be a sack all the way back at the 12-yard line.
Caleb Hamby gets in there.
And that is the 15th sack of the year by this Greyhound defense.
Trying to escape out of that pocket, but not able to get around Hamby there. That's going to knock him way back.
That's going to be 3rd and 21, all the way back at the 19-yard line. Greyhound defense in a cover 2 shell. Here's the snap. Deep ball, far side. It is incomplete, but there is a flag at about midfield as there was some contact between the intended receiver and the defensive back.
And it's going to be a first down, I think, for the Coyotes. So,
boy, that's costly for Boerne because that was 3rd and 21.
Yep, that would have probably forced them to punt.
Instead, it's a 15-yard penalty and, more importantly, an automatic first down for Uvalde as they'll spot the ball at about the 34-yard line. This officiating crew led by the referee, John Hughes.
Coyotes get a break, but let's see if they can capitalize on it.
From the 33. Running play, but hit well behind the line of scrimmage. It's an excellent job of penetration by the inside of that Greyhound defensive line.
Luke Molina gets there first, and he just basically hits the ball carrier right when he's getting the ball, so really no chance for the runner.
Beat the block, beat the ball carrier.
Yeah.
What a play by Molina.
Yeah, he was making the tackle as he was getting blocked, so a couple of negative plays here as far as yardage-wise. They went back on that sack, and here they lost 4. They lost 11 on that sack, so a couple wrong direction plays for Uvalde.
2nd and 14 with 4.5 minutes remaining here in the first. 3 receivers to the near side, 4-man rush, deep ball to the far side of the field, and that one falls incomplete, and that's a nice job defensively by McCoy Bruce. And Kerry, we watched him come on all year long. In terms of man coverage skills, he's got them.
Yeah, and he almost intercepted. He's kind of got turned around, but he had a chance at interception. That was good one-on-one coverage, like you said, because there was no safety help that time on that play.
3rd and 14. Of course, the Coyotes converted a 3rd and 21 moments ago when they got the pass interference call. Four-man defensive front. 3 receivers to the far side. Quarterback Carnes goes to his left, throws. That one's picked off. That is a magnificent play. Looking for the pick 6, not quite going to get there, but what a play by Houston Hendricks. Look at the ball skills that he displayed there. That was a tough catch.
Well, watch Hudson force the throw right here. He forces the throw early right there, 22, and then Houston Hendricks takes the interception, like you said, and gets it down to the 13. Just kind of ran the tightrope there along the sideline, just kind of ran out of real estate, or else he would have scored.
That's Houston Hendricks' 2nd interception of the year. A couple of weeks ago, when last we saw Boerne play against Salado, Houston Hendricks was the Express News Defensive Player of the Week. He had an interception, forced 2 fumbles, had a pass breakup, and had 9 tackles on the game. And that was quite the play there, as after the turnover, the Greyhounds start this drive from the Coyote 14-yard line. Zone keep by the quarterback, Jackson Bays.
That looks like Houston. 14.
Well, who is, officially their second-team quarterback, and of course can run the Wildcat very well.
Yeah.
So that's exactly right.
Just a little. I think they're trying to see if he could score, since he almost scored on that interception. But they bring Jackson back out.
Gain of 2 on that, so it's 2nd and 8, and the Greyhounds trying to add to their 14-0 lead with 3.5 left in the first. Bays on the zone give. Down around the goal line, trying to get into the end zone is Bodie Brown. Not quite, but he gets it carry right to the lip of the cup.
If he were a couple inches taller, he would have scored, because he fell forward, but just not able to get in.
Bays, the quarterback. Running play again, off right tackle, and into the end zone goes Bodie Brown. And the Greyhounds have found pay dirt for the 3rd time here in the first period.
Just Trying to let Brown finish off that drive. He almost got there the last play. This time he gets in.
That one set up by that spectacular interception.
Bernie's still bringing players out on the kicking team.
Well, that kicker, Joe Ballinger, has been a busy man.
I have a sore foot at the end of the game. Uh-oh.
That's one of the few things that have gone wrong for the Greyhounds so far, but with 2:59 left in the first, right now Boerne firmly in control, 20-0. Back with the kickoff in a moment here on the Greyhound Sports Network.
I'm Stan Leach, Boerne ISD Athletic Director, and you're watching the Greyhound Sports Network. Go Greyhounds!
The Dog and Pony Grill has been committed to the Boerne community for over 10 years. And in that time, we've grown. But we've always stayed true to our roots. Just like all of y'all. Live music, great food, and the most fun for all Greyhounds fans. Stop by today, or tomorrow is just fine with us.
So the Greyhounds get the turnover on the spectacular interception by Houston Hendricks, and Kerry, the offense knew what to do with it from there.
Yeah, Hendricks gets it down to the 13 on the return. 3 plays later, Bodie Brown runs it in. Took a minute 5, so 3 plays, 13 yards, minute 5 off the clock, 20-0 after the missed extra point.
Ballinger with the kickoff. This is going to be taken at the 5-yard line and returned to the middle of the field. Return man trying to get the corner, does so, pretty good effort. And on the return there for Uvalde is Joshua Verduzco.
That was a good return. He went a long way. He started on this side of the field. He ended up running all the way to the other side, but he did get positive yards on that. We're looking at the replay here. There was really no wall because he was kicked into the corner, but he gets to the outside there and able to turn the corner just a little bit before he ran out of real estate.
So the Coyotes will start this drive from their 24-yard line, trailing 20-0 here in Boerne. 2 receivers to the near side. Carnes the quarterback. Running play off left tackle. That's Jaden Gonzalez. And he gets maybe a yard. Maybe not quite that.
Yeah, maybe a yard. Houston in there hitting him and knocking him back. Yeah, they gave him about a yard.
Taylor Massey checks into the ballgame at tight end for the Coyotes as they're looking at a 2nd and 9 from their 25. Twin receivers to the near side. Here's the snap. Quarterback zone keep and hit behind the line of scrimmage is the quarterback, Brody Carnes, as the Greyhound defense was having none of that.
Yeah, I want to say that was Rodriguez was in there, I think. Quarterback, but yeah, didn't get anywhere. Actually lost yards.
Lost a yard, so it's 3rd and 10. It's a Boerne defense that's only giving up 21 points a game this year through 5 victories.
We don't have Carnes in there right now. Fumble.
Ball's on the ground, as Kerry indicated. They're unstacking them, and that's a turnover. And just about anything that can go wrong has gone wrong for the Coyotes so far here in the waning seconds of the first quarter.
It looked like Jeffrey Brown caused it, and then 55, Peyton Randall
on the recovery.
Covers it.
So once again, the Greyhound defense forces a turnover deep in Coyote territory, and the offense will start this drive from the 17-yard line.
Another short field for the Greyhounds.
From the 17. Jackson Bays, the quarterback. That's a forward pass. It's complete to Braden Bays. He gets the corner. He's running for the pylon. And he finds pay dirt again. What an effort there. And again, I really kind of like that jet sweep with the forward flip because it's a safe play.
Yeah,
it's also a good one, resulting in this case in a touchdown from 17 yards away.
And Braden has great field vision. He knows when to cut, when to maneuver. He just doesn't get tackled easy. He makes it hard.
It's his 8th touchdown reception of the year.
Well, talk about making them pay after fumbling that ball.
And little brother Jackson Bays has now thrown 18 touchdown passes this season. Here's Ballinger again. Last one didn't work out, but this one did. And with that, it extends the Greyhound lead to 27-0 with 1:07 left in the first. Back in a moment on the Greyhound Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Brian Benway, Boerne ISD Director of Communications, and you're watching the Greyhounds Sports Network. Let's go Hounds!
Hi, I'm Scott, and I love Chick-fil-A nuggets because the flavor is unparalleled. As soon as you bite into them, you're in a happy place. The seasoning is perfect.
Hey, I'm Giovanni, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is that they're perfectly breaded. There's just that right amount of crisp. I don't know what they're doing in the kitchen, but it's pure magic.
And once again, Kerry, the Greyhounds take advantage of every opportunity.
Yep, 2 turnovers they've gotten from the Coyotes. Houston Hendricks with that interception. They scored 3 plays later on the Bodie Brown run, and then the fumble. Peyton Rando fumble recovery, and Greyhounds get the ball at the 17. Braden Bays with the catch. 1 play, 17 yards, 12 seconds.
This will be returned from about the 3-yard line. And that's Verduzco on the return once again, and an excellent job of coverage by the Greyhounds.
So I don't know. Carnes was not out there in that last series. I don't know. I hope he's okay. But I think he's here.
Yeah, he's back out there.
Okay.
And once again, the Coyotes with less than ideal field position as they'll start this drive from their 14, trailing 27-0. Carnes throws near side. This was knocked up in the air and almost resulted in a tip drill interception.
Wow. Wasn't the most perfect pass, but that's catchable. You gotta really help your team out right there. Just gotta make those catches, but had a couple of those tonight for the Coyotes. Just been that kind of night really so far.
Bandit linebacker Weston Klutz was the blitzer for the Greyhounds. 2nd and 10 following the incompletion. Empty set this time. 3 receivers to the far side. Just kind of a hookup route at the 19-yard line. They'll mark it at the 20, but at least it's a completion. And that'll make them feel a little better.
Yeah.
They'll calm down.
It looked like it was basically the same play. It was open. They went right back to it. Caught by Jarrett Hernandez. Holds on to it and makes it a manageable 3rd down.
3rd and a short 4. With the ball at the 21-yard line. Clock running. 25 seconds left in the first period. Play clock at 7. 4-man defensive front once again. Quarterback under pressure. Flushes out. He's going to be brought down. Well, he stays on his feet for a second, but will be brought down well shy of 1st down yardage at the 21-yard line. As we reach the end of the first period, we've played 12 minutes here in Boerne, and our score after 1, Boerne 27, Uvalde nothing. Back with quarter number 2 in a moment on the Greyhound Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Superintendent Tommy Price, and you're watching the Greyhound Sports Network.
Hey, I got another one for you. And just look at the hole in this line. You could drive a truck right through there. I mean, the refrigerator William Perry could get a first down there. But you know who's going to get their number called for this one? Yeah, that's right, Dr. Ferris. He's like a ligating linebacker. Boom, just like that. And that's why Ferris Orthodontics is going to get the MVP for this one.
Better service, faster results. Let Toyota Birdie be your next pick for service. We're family owned and operated. And with express maintenance at our state-of-the-art service center, you'll be in and out in a flash. Right now, get 50% off your next oil change and complimentary loaner cars and rentals. Plus, service from our Toyota certified technicians is a recipe for success. Don't wait. Experience Vic's Pick for yourself. If you want the job done right, schedule your next service.
Quarter number 2, Boerne already leads 27-0, and they're going to get the football again following this punt by the Coyotes. The punter, Chris Rodriguez, back inside his 10-yard line. Low snap, but he gets it away. It just kind of pops up in the air. It's a relatively short punt. And now it takes a little bit of a Coyote roll. But in any case, Boerne is going to have the football in Coyote territory at the 49-yard line.
Well, you mentioned Coyotes have had less than ideal starting field position. I think a lot of that goes to the kicker, Ballinger. He's pinning them deep. He's not putting it in the end zone where they're getting to come out to the 25. He's kicking it to where it's a live ball between the goal line and the 5-yard line, and they have to field it and come out. And so I think he's really helped, and Greyhound defense is playing well, not giving up a whole lot, and that's forced some punts, and Greyhounds have had some very good field position tonight.
And that's the case once again as they will start this drive from the Uvalde 49. Jackson Bays, the sophomore quarterback, pulls it out, play fake, and throws it out right side. It was intended there for Weston Richter, but the pass falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And they brought pressure that time, the Coyotes. Bays had to get rid of it pretty quick. And this is the 3rd drive in a row that has started for Boerne in Uvalde territory. So we know who's winning field position battle tonight so far.
2 receivers to the near side. That's the sophomore Brooks Perez as the outside receiver at the bottom of your screen. Running play right up the gut. Gets inside the 45, down around the 44, even 43-yard line, where it's going to be 3rd and about 5.
And that's Hicks that time, handoff right up the middle. Good blocking, gets about 5 on that.
Adam Hicks, who already has a pair of touchdowns tonight, one a rushing TD, and he also caught a touchdown pass.
And this may be 4-down territory if you don't get it, just because of the score and the field position.
I think you could count on that. 2 receivers to the near side. Greyhounds from the pistol against a 5-man front. Coyotes bring pressure. Tunnel screen attempted. It falls incomplete. The intended receiver was Brooks Perez.
That was Frank Salazar. Nice, very nice play. He read it well. They came up and made the hit and separated the ball from the receiver. That was a good defensive play there.
And as Kerry indicated, this is 4-down territory, 4th and 5 from the 44-yard line. 5 down defensive linemen for the Coyotes. That's a little unusual.
You could always quick kick. You try to get him to jump right there, but you could quick kick if you want to here.
And we've seen Bays do it. Bays, he'll throw it this time. Got a man wide open for 1st down yardage. That will clear for the 1st as Bays delivers a strike. And that was a nice reception by Carson Coughlin.
Yep, and had plenty of time that time. Wait for somebody to get open, and didn't get it by much, but they got it. So they moved the chains. 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Greyhounds trying to add to their commanding 27-0 lead.
Needed 5, got 6.
Bays takes the snap, gives it off. That's Hicks on the carry, and he keeps churning forward down to about the 34-yard line. It'll be 2nd and about 6 from there. LOS the 34.
There's a lot of running in between the tackles for the Greyhounds so far.
Done it very effectively. Play clock at 13 as Bays looks for the call. From the pistol. Bays wants to throw, well protected, steps into the throw, has a completion to Adam Hicks down around the 31-yard line.
Number 1, Adam Hicks.
Going to be about 2, maybe 3 yards shy of the first.
Alberto De La
Yep, still a positive play. That was the open route. He finds the man and gets a few yards, but makes it a manageable third down here.
This drive started in Coyote territory at the 49-yard line following a punt. 3rd and 3 from the 31. More conventional 4-man defensive front for the Coyotes this time. They bring pressure off the edge, running play, and that's Bodie Brown who puts his head down and keeps his legs moving, and he will net the first down around the 25-yard line.
And Bodie just kind of ran over some people. Once he got through the line of scrimmage, watch him just lower his head, like you said right here. He just hits a couple guys, knocks them backwards, gets the first down.
He's a very physical runner, as you said.
Part of it, he was kind of stumbling forward, but he was stumbling the right way.
That's right. Fall forward, yeah.
And whoever was getting in his way was going to get hit.
1st and 10. From the 24 officially. Play coming far side. And that's Carson Coughlin with the football.
Well defended.
It was. Good pursuit by the Coyotes.
Well, they did that little pitch pass and go to Coughlin, but see, they're stringing him out, not letting them turn it upfield. And it was number 6 for the Coyotes that makes the tackle, Elijah Carroll, that chased him down. Good job setting the edge out there.
No gain. 2nd and 10. Bleeding the play clock a little bit. It's now at 8. 3 receivers to the near side here on 2nd and a full 10. Play fake. Bays throws into the end zone near side, looking for a man. We got a flag in the end zone.
It's intercepted.
That was returned, intended for Carson Coughlin. Now they're calling it an INT for right now, but there is laundry on the field.
Yeah, Patrick Mejia comes up with the interception, and Mejia is saying it was offensive interference. It was a push or a hold. Let's see who it was on. There was a little bit of a hand-to-hand fighting on that play, but who's the guilty party? Let's see.
We'll get the call from referee John Hughes.
I like that. I like that play because they'd been running everything short underneath. That time they stretched the field, take a shot downfield. It was well defended. Uvalde didn't get caught sleeping, let a throw go over their head. It was well played by Mejia. Let's see what the call is.
Pass interference called against the Coyotes.
Yeah, a little bit of a tough call there, but really some impressive play there by Patrick Mejia. He is the Sam linebacker, and you look at how far and how deep he was in coverage. That was a very athletic play for a linebacker, but he does get called for the PI.
It's going to move it to
about the 9-yard line, first and goal.
So that was a 15-yarder there.
Running play off left guard, hit at the 2-yard line is Bodie Brown. But again, a great surge by the Boerne offensive line, led by the center, Jacob McLaughlin, and the 2 guards, Riley Mackerel and Carson Williams.
Yeah, and Bodie leans forward when he runs, and he just runs over anybody that's in his way. Gets it to what, about the 2 or 3 right now?
Yeah, Greyhounds have already scored 4 touchdowns and now looking for a 5th. Running play up the middle, no signal yet. It's going to be very close.
Yeah, they got it.
He gets into the end zone. Bodie Brown, again showing that physical style of running that Kerry was talking about. And right now, this one's getting a little out of control.
The official, the side judge on the Uvalde side didn't say anything. The one on the Boerne side, he came in and had the hands up. So
Ballinger on for the PAT. And he's got it. And with that, that extends the Boerne lead to 34-0. A little under 7 minutes remaining here in the first half. Back in a moment on the Greyhound Sports Network.
I'm Gina DeWall, the Boerne ISD Athletic Secretary, and you're watching the Greyhound Sports Network. Go Greyhounds!
Ladies, that is how you execute the run-pass option.
All right, guys. In order to live in this community, we need to know important facts. What year was Boerne High School opened?
Back in 1909.
Now, who knows the name of the mascots?
Rowdy and Rita.
Okay. What year did Boerne play its first football game?
Back in 1909.
Coach Oswald.
So the Greyhounds take advantage of a short Uvalde punt and turn it into 7 points.
10 plays. Uvalde made them earn it. They had to go 10 plays, and the Greyhounds got a 15-yard penalty that helped them. But 10 plays, 49 yards, took 4 minutes off the clock. So definitely had to work for that one.
Kickoff by Ballinger. Boy, it's going to be very effective and very dangerous for Uvalde. It's finally picked up at the 1 yard line. And great coverage by the Greyhounds. And once again, Ballinger with a good job of bottling people up. And I do want to note this on the year, Joe Ballinger, 32 of 34 on PATs.
Yep, the rare miss, one of them was tonight. But he does a great job on kickoff. See right there, he makes them have to pick it up because it hits the ground, so it's a live ball. And so that's why part of the reason they've started so deep in their own territory. This may be the deepest of all the drives so far at the 10-yard line-ish. Let's call it the 9 maybe.
Yeah, officially the 9-yard line. Pass play on first down, and that's going to be worth doing. That's about an 8-yard completion. It'll be 2nd and 2 following the catch by Jared Hernandez.
Yeah, it's a good catch, holding on. Cohen Wolf there wraps him up. But Hernandez able to drag Wolf just a little and get a couple yards, makes it 2nd and short.
Yeah, officially 9 yards, so it's 2nd and 1. But the Coyotes trying to dig out of a deep hole as they trail 34-0 midway through the second quarter. 2 receivers to the near side. Play fake. Kind of a hitch route, a short one. If it's complete, it will net the first down, and it does, out at about the 21-yard line.
Basically the same play. It's the same actors here. Hernandez guarded by Wolf, so 2 for 2 on that play. But like you said, the big thing is it moves the chains and keeps Boerne's offense off the field. If you're the Coyotes.
Line of scrimmage, the 21. Four-man defensive front. Carnes, the quarterback. Kind of a trick play, an end around coming to the near side. And on the carry is Jonathan Jimenez.
Jonathan Jimenez on the carry. Right down by number 13, Javier Martinez.
That's a good play.
Out to about the 29, where it's about 2 yards shy. Clock moving with now 5 minutes remaining here in the first half.
Javier Martinez, the corner on this side, makes the tackle.
This is a Greyhound defense that's gotten better and better every time we've seen them this year.
Yep, I agree with that.
Four-man undershifted line this time. Okay. Play fake, pass on the hitch, and on the reception is Devin Brown.
Carnes' pass complete to Devin Franklin.
Good catch by Franklin there. Ball's thrown in traffic, but He makes the catch and gets first down.
Out at the 36-yard line. Running play. Far side, Jaden Gonzalez on the carry, and he'll get only about a yard.
Yeah, I think, you know, one thing, Greyhounds, I think they're moving some of their players in and out right now. So things are a little bit easier for the Coyotes, not a lot, but, you know, it's some cases you have ones going against twos, and so they've been able to move the ball a little bit.
Coyotes primarily use two running backs, 22 Jaden Gonzalez and 20 Abraham Ali. On second down, option play coming near side. That's Ali taking the pitch, and he also takes a big hit at about the 40-yard line.
Abraham Ali on the carry.
Good run by him. He went a long way. He's being chased by Jimenez there. Or, excuse me, Martinez.
It'll be 3rd and 7.
Yeah, Benavides, Martinez all in there as well. Just kind of gang tackle there.
Jarrett Hernandez is the receiver at the far side of the formation, at the top of your screen, number 0. Twin receivers to the near side. Two backs in the backfield with the quarterback, Carnes. Running play nets nothing, and in fact loses a yard.
That was well read by Hamby. Watch Caleb just kind of stand his ground in the middle there, just not letting them get anywhere.
Also nice contain there by the Will linebacker, Brendan Levada. 4th down, but, you know, the Coyotes trail 34-0.
Yeah, Boerne doesn't have a man back. I don't know that they believe they're going to punt.
Well, you're right. They're going to find out because they do not have a deep return man. This is a relatively short kick that's going to hit at about the 37-yard line and then take a Boerne roll. And the Greyhounds, who are already up 34-0, have a little time with which to work with 1:53 remaining before halftime, and they've got great field position once again. As this drive will start from the Boerne 41.
Yeah, this is the first drive of the last 4 that hasn't started in Coyotes territory, so a little bit of break for Uvalde, but not a whole lot of a break.
1st and 10 from the 41. Boerne has all 3 of their timeouts remaining. If they choose to use them on 1st down, the give is to Adam Hicks, and he carves out about a yard.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the Greyhounds are going to play this last minute 35-ish, because you got a comfortable lead. You're moving guys in and out. How much do you really want to pursue this last score here before the half?
I think we'll know after this play. Another good, tough, physical, hard run by Adam Hicks. Going to be shy of the 1st down by about 2 yards, and the clock is moving with 1:10 left here in half number 1.
Yeah, and Boerne's not calling timeouts, and they're just kind of taking their time. And I think if they bust one like Hicks almost did right there, they bust one. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen.
Under a minute left. Line of scrimmage, the Boerne 49-yard line. 4-man defensive front. Tight end and now a motion man to the near side. Running play once again. That's Hicks once again. He's got the 1st down at the 44-yard line, and that will stop the clock briefly as they move the chains.
Richter was the lead blocker there that went in motion. He gets a couple good blocks there for Hicks, and Boerne just kind of not in a real hurry there. I wondered if they'd maybe try to get into field goal range, let Ballinger try a kick just to have a kick other than an extra point. You know,
Yeah.
just something you're going to need probably in a playoff game or something like that.
Well, they don't seem inclined to do that as the clock is at 6.
That's
and
do
this
it.
is going to run out the first half. Wowee. The first 24 minutes absolutely dominated by the Boerne Greyhounds, who will take a 34-0 halftime lead into the locker room. We'll be back in just a moment here on the Greyhound Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Superintendent Tommy Price, and you're watching the Greyhound Sports Network.
Hey, I got another one for you. And just look at the hole in this line. You could drive a truck right through there. I mean, the refrigerator William Perry could get a first down there. But you know who's going to get their number called for this one? Yeah, that's right, Dr. Ferris. He's like a ligating linebacker. Boom, just like that. And that's why Ferris Orthodontics is going to get the MVP for this one.
Better service, faster results. Let Toyota Boerne be your next pick for service. We're family owned and operated. And with express maintenance at our state-of-the-art service center, you'll be in and out in a flash. Right now, get 50% off your next oil change and complimentary loaner cars and rentals. Plus, service from our Toyota certified technicians is a recipe for success. Don't wait. Experience Vic's Pick for yourself. If you want the job done right, schedule your next service at Toyota Boerne.
Hi, I'm Superintendent Tommy Price, and you're watching the Greyhound Sports Network.
I'm Gina DeWall, the Boerne ISD Athletic Secretary, and you're watching the Greyhound Sports Network. Go Greyhounds!
Ladies, that is how you execute the run-pass option.
All right, guys. In order to live in this community, we need to know important facts. What year was Boerne High School opened?
Back in 1909,
Now, who knows the name of the mascots?
Rowdy and Rita.
Okay. What year did Boerne play its first football game?
Back in 1909.
Coach Oswald.
I'm Jeremy Affelt, 3-time World Series champion, and you're watching the Greyhound Sports Network. I'm Jeremy.
Hi, my name is Jenny Brewer, and I coach cross country and track at Champion High School, and I teach in the business incubator and entrepreneurship. I remember my high school cross country coach made a very big impact on me, and when I went to college, I realized that I wanted to be a teacher and a coach. I was fortunate enough to get into at Kendall Elementary, and I got hired there to do there as a computer teacher. Now I teach entrepreneurship and the business incubator and practicum. I really focus on, I tell them a lot that they're going to grow in my classroom in ways that aren't really tangible. They speak every day, they have to stand up and they redesign usually a consumer product or packaging of some kind as their warm-up every day. I kind of get them into the mindset of when you're 5 and you go into kindergarten and the teacher asks a question, 20 hands go up. Everyone wants to say, pick me, I want to answer the question. And as they get conditioned into high school, they they lose some of that sometimes because either someone has said you're not smart enough, or they're worried about answering the wrong, saying the wrong answer, or they're worried about the way that they're perceived by their peers. And so I try to get them to say, when you're redesigning things, go back to your 5-year-old self and just make it like there's no rules, and to go back to really having an ability to use your imagination.
Coach Brewer did a great job of taking students from the beginning stages of their plan, where they were uncertain about ideas, just formulating the plan to a very well polished presentation. So, and that was a lot of the time she spent just with the students in preparing and planning and rehearsing. The coaching, you always prepare to win, and that's what she does in the classroom with her students.
I think we were really lucky to have such a woman be able to teach us, and she was just so hands-on. She was definitely our class's mom away from home. She was just amazing, and so if I had a rough day or a good day, I could tell her about it, or if I needed good advice, or I had someone that I could kind of lean on.
What an outstanding woman. To do what the things that she does, not only on the coaching field, but in the classroom, speaks a lot of volumes to, why she was our Teacher of the Year and District Teacher of the Year.
As a career in general, whether it's in the classroom or whether it's on the track or in cross country, pouring into kids gives you so many things back that are just, it becomes your identity because of the way that the kids feed you and you feed into the kids. And it's, that's the special. That's what my coach did for me in high school, and so that's what I aspire to do for the kids.
Hi, I'm Brian Benway, Boerne ISD Director of Communications, and you're watching the Greyhounds Sports Network. Let's go Hounds!
The Dog and Pony Grill has been committed to the Boerne community for over 10 years. And in that time, we've grown, but we've always stayed true to our roots, just like all of y'all. Live music, great food, and the most fun for all Greyhounds fans. Stop by today, or tomorrow is just fine with us.
I'm Gina DeWall, the Boerne ISD Athletic Secretary, and you're watching the Greyhound Sports Network. Go Greyhounds!
To create a program across all of our school district. We want to create the best fine arts department, specifically theater arts department, in the entire state across all 3 of our campuses.
I think it was also a great opportunity for the 5th coming into 6th, getting to tour the campus, the theater, learning where props go, where set pieces go, and so it allows them, I think, in August to feel a little bit more comfortable starting middle school.
I think it teaches theater in a completely new, different way. We get to do a warm-up in games, which just kind of open you, and then we get to practice for our play, which we've been doing all week. That was in 54? That was in 58! 54 was the year we had that big eye storm. It's different from what I normally do. I was actually the lead in our 6th grade play that we did, and I just thought, I'm very close to my grandpa, so I was like, why not the old man? And it's really funny to play him, seeing what they do.
I learned how to project, I learned how to improv, and I also learned how to put on a different, how to character somebody else, because I'm definitely not a weather woman. I also got to have an experience with some of my friends who I already knew who went to elementary school with me. So it was very fun getting to meet people who were from the north, Voss, south, and like a ton of other schools.
Well, this was our first year to offer. Being our first year, we had a great turnout, boys and girls. For next year, as we continue to grow, we're hoping that we can get some more of our middle school teachers calendars available to work with us so that we can grow in our numbers as well, building our programs. So trying to collaborate and getting our middle schools on the same team, teaching them and feeding better kids to high school.
I'm Goldberg, WWE Hall of Famer. You're watching Greyhound Sports Network. Who's next?
We're a Minecraft-themed camp, and we worked towards creativity, collaboration, communication, and critical thinking, as well as character and citizenship. We worked using Minecraft to kind of hook the kids in, and we kind of guided them through with activities and lessons that touched upon each of those C's.
I did learn how to make a bubbly water tank, like have the ability to build whatever I want sometimes on Minecraft camp.
They're 100% engaged throughout the whole process, and you see the kids that might not be as familiar with Minecraft, but then somebody that does have more experience actually helps them through the process, and you see a lot of collaboration and problem solving together to make the project come to life.
We want them to walk away as better humans and treating each other in a digital environment and in a real environment with kindness and trying to bring each other up. They were able to do that. When they made mistakes, they corrected mistakes. They were able to come through it in a positive way.
We would hope to get more teachers including this into their actual curriculum, you know, whether it's math, science, social studies, just bits and pieces here and there, after school clubs, and anything in between. So we're excited to see where it goes.
I'm Jeremy Affelt, 3-time World Series champion, and you're watching the Greyhound Sports Network.
School safety is very important, and it's up to us to work together as a team to prevent bad things from happening. That is why when you see something, say something. If you see or hear about dangerous or suspicious activity which could potentially put our students, staff, or visitors in danger, you should tell an adult immediately. Make sure you tell your teacher, your principal, or your SRO, or even your parents and guardians. Just make sure you report any dangerous or suspicious activity to an adult right away. You could help save lives. If you don't feel comfortable telling an adult, you can report dangerous or suspicious activity anonymously on the See Something, Say Something link, which is on every BISD webpage, or by scanning this QR code. Your tip will go straight to the administration, who will then investigate. If we all stay alert and work as a team to report dangerous or suspicious activity, we can help keep our schools safe. Remember, if you see something,
say something.
Hi, I'm Superintendent Tommy Price, and you're watching the Greyhound Sports Network.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Boerne Beat, sponsored by Boerne Radio. Here are the top stories from around Boerne ISD. Another major statewide recognition was earned by Boerne ISD. The district received its third consecutive A rating with a grade of 94 in the Texas Education Agency's statewide student testing and accountability ratings. In addition, 10 campuses received an A rating, and BISD had a district record 21 distinctions. which acknowledges districts and campuses for outstanding achievements. Boerne ISD is among only 1% of over 1,200 school districts across the state who have received an A rating in each of the 3 rating periods. To read more about this historic achievement, please visit our website. Boerne ISD students and staff created an inspirational mural that now decorates Central Office. In the fall of 2020, Boerne High School art teacher Darcy Baird and her e-learning students collaborated to design and create the project as a way to connect with other students and the community. The mural was funded by the Boerne Education Foundation. Mrs. Baird and her students were honored by the BISD Board of Trustees this week. Speaking of the Board of Trustees, they held their first monthly meeting of the new school year this week. The board commended BISD administration and staff for earning an A rating from the TEA, as well as for being named an innovative district by the International Center for Leadership in Education. Boerne ISD named a new Chief of Safety and Security this week. Boerne resident Rick Goodrich was chosen for the position, which was announced at this week's board meeting. Goodrich has over 22 years of law enforcement investigative experience with the Drug Enforcement Administration, as well as 22 years of distinguished military service with the U.S. Air Force. For more information on this story, please visit our website. And now, here are the elementary photos of the week. Those are the top stories from around Boerne ISD this week. Thank you for watching and have a great weekend.
Commercial real estate, Forecast, Covenant Pest Control, Caney Creek Pools, and number 22, the Davis Family Foundation. Thank you, sponsors, for supporting the Starlets. Tonight you might notice some special guests. Can't wait to see it. And the Starlets and the guests are led onto the field tonight by Junior Lieutenant Emma Jennings, Senior Lieutenant Lizzie Johnson-Clark, Senior Lieutenant Mason Lester, First Lieutenant Tori Tinning, Lieutenant Colonel Olivia Strange, and Colonel Rachel Murphy. Starlet of the Week is Haley Van Landingham. And Silver Star of the Week is Emily Porter. Now sit back and relax while the Starlets and their biggest fans perform to Treasure. to the hills, the mighty Boerne Greyhound Band. The band is under the direction of Mr. Daniel Person and Mr. Alec Miranda. Color guard directors are Mrs. Hannah Oliver and Amy Youngblood. The band is conducted by drum major Samuel Spencer, Samantha Osborne, and Samantha Strauss. Color guard captains are Ava Palacios and Brooklyn Valdez. The section of the week is French horns. The band member of the week is Cody Morning. The guard member of the week is Samara Kane. Tonight, the Greyhound Band will perform a portion of the UIL marching show. It's entitled Above. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the sounds of your mighty Greyhound Band.
Stan Leach, Boerne ISD Athletic Director, and you're watching the Greyhound Sports Network. Go Greyhounds!
The Dog and Pony Grill has been committed to the Boerne community for over 10 years. And in that time, we've grown. But we've always stayed true to our roots. Just like all of y'all. Live music, great food, and the most fun for all Greyhounds fans. Stop by today, or tomorrow is just fine with us.
I'm Stan Leach, Boerne ISD.
Back at halftime in Boerne in the district opener in District 14 4A Division 1. And Boerne, Carey is running all over Uvalde right now as the Greyhounds lead it 34-0. Quite the performance so far.
Yeah, they're having a great game, obviously, and there's, as we're seeing the touchdowns there, that was a pitch pass to Bays, and we're going to have some couple turnovers right here. You see, and couple those two turnovers by Uvalde has resulted in short fields for the Greyhounds, and they've been able to capitalize. You see, running back getting in there.
They've had great field position all night long. Bodie Brown has run the ball well. Adam Hicks has run the ball well. And the first half passing performance by Jackson Bays, he threw a couple of TD passes. So on the season now, he's got 19 touchdown passes against only 2 interceptions, and he has not thrown a pick since week 1 of the season against Flower Bluff.
Yeah, and we were talking about that at halftime. Is with all his touchdown passes, that he was has not had a pick since that first game. He had 2 in that first game, and you think, okay, he's a sophomore, he's learning, but after that, he hasn't thrown one. And I don't know how much he's going to throw here in the second half here with the pretty comfortable lead, 34-0. So I'm not sure exactly how much he's going to throw, but that no interception streak may continue into next week, which is pretty impressive. He's, you know, as a sophomore, I thought there'd be a little bit more of a learning curve for him, and there was some a little, but really after that first game, he's just been playing very well. Does not play like a sophomore.
Uvalde trailing 34-0 is going to get the ball to start the second half. Joe Ballinger, who's done a wonderful job with the kicking chores, set to kick it off for the Greyhounds, and there it is. And he deliberately kind of just pops this up in the air to one of the upbacks. It's going to be returned outside the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And we'll see what Uvalde can do with the football from there. They're 3-2 on the season. This is the district opener for both teams. The Greyhounds going in unblemished at 5-0.
Yeah, Coyotes, their last possession before the half, they had to punt, but they had a 8-play drive. That was their best sustained drive of the night. They did have to punt, like I said, but see if they can kind of build off that.
Brody Carnes is the Coyote quarterback. Balance formation, 2 receivers to either side. Now they bring 1 in motion and create trips on the far side. Looking on that bubble screen. Throws it over the middle. It is deflected. And is it intercepted? Did he come up with it? Yes, he did. And that's Charlie Stahl. Charlie Stahl on the interception. So, my goodness, on the first play from scrimmage in the second half, all we see is just Groundhog Day here for Uvalde as they keep turning the ball over.
Yeah, it looked like Cohen Wolf or somebody got a hand on it, and just a bad break for the Coyotes. Just play was there, but the ball gets tipped, and, you know, like you said, we talked about it in the first half. Greyhounds had great field position here. They're starting at the Uvalde 42.
Yeah. 2 receivers to the near side. Uvalde in a 4-man defensive front. Running play on first down coming near side. And that's Bodie Brown on the carry, and he's got about 4.
when 3 of their touchdowns in the first half came, as we see the replay on Bodie Brown's run. 3 of their touchdowns came on drives starting inside on the Uvalde side of the field. So Greyhounds have been capitalizing on short fields tonight.
Been playing with house money all night long. Yep. 2nd and 6 just underway here in the third quarter. Bays play fake, throws near side. He's got a completion. And digging for first down yardage is Max Migliozzi. He's going to be a couple of yards shy.
Migliozzi with a nice catch, and Migliozzi is one of those track guys. He's got a lot of speed, and he's taking advantage of his playing time.
Line of scrimmage, the 34, where it'll be 3rd and 2.
And obviously, I think this is 2-down territory. 4-down territory here.
Yes, indeed.
You'll have 2 cracks at this first down.
Tight end and flanker to the near side. Running play. Right up the middle goes Bodie Brown, and he's got the first at about the 31-yard line.
Did the ball come out?
If it did, I think that the Greyhounds have retained possession.
Yeah, I think it was he may have.
Yeah, he did. Absolutely.
Out,
but Bernie got it back.
Yeah, he landed on it. And he got a first down.
Yes, he did. From the 31.
So Coyotes almost creating an opportunity for them. They got the strip, just not able to get on the ball.
First down play. Bays gives it off, and another nifty piece of running by Adam Hicks. Hicks and Brown both having big nights.
Yeah, the Greyhounds really haven't tried to go wide on the runs. They just pretty much been running between the tackles.
2nd and 2, running play again. Hicks again, into the secondary again. First down again.
Adam Hicks on the carry. Stop made by number 30, Daniel Chapa.
Kind of good change of pace backs. Hicks is his style of running is a little different than Brown's. Both effective.
Line of scrimmage is the 12. And the Greyhounds taking their sweet time, as they will for the remainder of the ball game. This drive started at the Uvalde 42 following the deflected interception. Bays, the quarterback, gives it off right side inside the 5, heading toward the pylon. Knocked out of bounds at the 2 is Adam Hicks.
And his jersey grab, no horse collar, because the defender just had a lot of the jersey, but he didn't get any of the shoulder pad. It looked like right there. You see on the replay, just kind of slings him out of bounds.
All right, so it's 2nd and 2. They can get a first down without scoring a touchdown, as the ball is placed at the 3-yard line.
But would you want to?
No. No. Shovel pass. That looked like the Kansas City Chiefs, didn't it? A little Mahomes action. And yes, that is a touchdown pass. And that's the 3rd of the night for Jackson Bays.
That was to Dement. Play took a little while to develop, but when it did, it took, because he just does the fake, kind of waiting, then he underhand pitches it to Dement.
Very patient, yeah.
Walks in, yeah. There was a couple players there. He was just kind of letting them move out of the way, basically.
And Ballinger does his thing again. And with that, the Boerne lead is extended to 41-0 with just under 8 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. We'll take a break. Back in a moment with the kickoff on the Greyhound Sports Network.
I'm Stan Leach, Boerne ISD Athletic Director, and you're watching the Greyhound Sports Network. Go Greyhounds!
The Dog and Pony Grill has been committed to the Boerne community for over 10 years. And in that time, we've grown. But we've always stayed true to our roots. Just like all of y'all. Live music, great food, and the most fun for all Greyhounds fans. Stop by today, or tomorrow is just fine with us.
So a 3-yard shovel pass TD pass from Jackson Bays to TJ DeMint extends the lead to 41-0, and Kerry, once again, that didn't take long.
Nope, 7 plays, 42 yards, took 3:46 off the clock.
Here's the kickoff. And it's going to go into the end zone, and that will be a touchback.
Uvalde saying, finally, we don't have to return one and start at the 10.
They've done that a couple of times tonight for sure. They'll get a little breathing room here as they'll get the ball at the 25. Just not much going offensively tonight for the Coyotes.
Just a couple bad breaks. First play out of the locker room, and nice throw. Ball gets tipped, and it gets intercepted by Stahl, and Greyhounds take it down and score. It's just kind of been that night for the Coyotes.
Kerry, you and I have had the pleasure of watching this Boerne team evolve over the year, and they just get better every week. You're seeing the ground game come out offensively and defensively. They've become a turnover machine. Really impressive. So they would appear, as a practical matter, that they're going to run their record to 6-0. And when was the last? I don't mean to put you on the spot. When was the last time Boerne was 6-0?
2017. They went 7-0 that year. Won their 6 non-district games, and that was the year before Coach Dormady got here. Or that was Dormady's last year, and then the year before Coach Hendricks got here.
Boerne will be playing on a short week for the next game because they play next Thursday at San Antonio Memorial. Second and about 7, 4-man defensive front. Throw near side. It's complete on the hitch route to Devin Franklin.
Saying he did not complete the catch.
Did he not? Calling it incomplete. Actually, that's the second time tonight that we've seen what looked to be an apparent, even surer reception on that hitch route, and it ends up hitting the green.
We mentioned Greyhound's going to have a short week, but at this point, you could probably take some of your starters out, give them guys that are still kind of nicked up a little bit, give them a little bit of rest, and get them ready for that short week. This is pretty comfortable in hand at this point, 41-0.
So clock stop with 7:04 left in the third following that incompletion. We've got 3 receivers to the near side on 3rd and 7. Throw over the middle, that's picked off.
Hudson.
And that's going to be a race to the goal line. Inside the 5, that is a pick 6. Hudson Hendricks on the pick 6 interception. And he read the quarterback's eyes, Kerry, all the way. And then he came underneath the route, and there was just never a doubt.
And that was a great catch. That was a very athletic move to make that catch. And then just good run with the ball. Just that little fake right there kind of gets the quarterback off his feet. And Hudson has a defensive I think he had a scoop and score earlier in the year as well. So a couple of defensive touchdowns this year, and he's only a sophomore.
So Hudson Hendricks has a pick tonight. Houston Hendricks has a pick tonight. And the place kicker, Joe Ballinger, has been a very busy man for the Greyhounds. Hold is down cleanly. Kick is on its way, and it's good. And with that, the Greyhounds extend their lead to 48-0 with 6:50 remaining in the third. We'll be back in just a moment here on the Greyhound Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Superintendent Tommy Price, and you're watching the Greyhound Sports Network.
Hey, I got another one for you. And just look at the hole in this line. You could drive a truck right through there. I mean, the refrigerator William Perry could get a first down there. But you know who's going to get their number called for this one? Yeah, that's right, Dr. Ferris. He's like a ligating linebacker. Boom, just like that. And that's why Ferris Orthodontics is going to get the MVP for this one.
So the Greyhounds have been collecting turnovers by the bushel basket tonight, and Kerry, they turned that one into 7 points immediately.
Yeah, 28-yard return, or the ball is at the 28. Hudson Hendricks with the interception. So 2 drives for the Coyotes in the second half, and both have resulted in interceptions, and both have led to points. That one's direct score, but the other one set up a Boerne score.
Kickoff will be returned from inside the 5. Oh, and a big hit is applied on the return man. The return man is Joshua Verduzco, and we'll get the number of that train that hit him.
I think McCoy Bruce was the one that hit him, number 8, I think. But he's doing such a great job, the kicker, of making them return.
Oh, and you are correct. What a picture book tackle by McCoy Bruce.
Ballinger doing a great job of making the Coyotes return the ball.
Tough night for the Coyotes. Their next game is a week from tonight on the road at John F. Kennedy High School.
JFK.
The Rockets. Carnes the quarterback, but we do have a whistle, and we'll see what the violation was. Looks like a procedure call.
Just what the Coyotes need to back up 5 and make this even harder.
Oh, wow. So it'll be 1st and 15 from down around the 8-yard line. Deep ball, far side. Nice defensive recovery, and the ball is knocked away at the last moment by Cone Wolf. Nice play.
Yep, just gets a hand out at the very end. Cone Wolf, one of the Greyhound basketball stars on that state tournament team last year. You see him at the last second just get that hand out, left hand, just beautifully done.
Nice recovery, too, as he really closed that gap. Clock stops following the incompletion. 6:04 remaining in the third quarter. Coyotes bring 2 receivers to the near side. Running back is Jaden Gonzalez, standing alongside quarterback Brody Carnes. Play fake, thrown over the middle. Ball was batted at the line of scrimmage, shot up in the air, finally falls incomplete.
And Wolf again on the coverage. So you mentioned the last time the Boerne team went 6-0, as we see the replay here. Wolf there on the coverage. Coach Dormady was the coach, and they went 6-0 in non-district, won their first district game, went 7-0, and then they lost 2 in district, finished out the regular season with a win, 8-2, then went to the playoffs, played Liberty Hill, overtime game at Dripping Springs, and lost that in I think it was double overtime.
Oh, what a heartbreaker. You know, as we watch this Greyhound defense, their 2 corners, McCoy Bruce and Cone Wolf, are just excellent. Ball thrown over the middle and almost intercepted by the guy we were just referencing, Cone Wolf.
Well, the receiver became the defender there. He kept Wolf from getting that interception. You see, he sees that Cohen's got the inside track on it, and the defender kind of makes the tackle right there, just kind of breaks up that pass.
Uvalde trailing 48-0, going to punt this ball out of their own end zone. And standing about 7 yards deep is their punter, Chris Rodriguez.
Always dangerous when the punter's standing in the end zone.
Yes, it is. Good snap. The kick is away. It's short. It's going to hit at about the 32-yard line, and then it's going to take a Boerne roll to about the 28. It has been all Boerne all night long.
And stop me if you've heard this, a short field for the Greyhounds. This one's going to start at the 29-ish, 28 actually.
28, yeah. Yeah, as Yogi Berra would have said, it's like deja vu all over again.
Yeah. Or as he said, if you come to the fork in the road, take it.
Take it. Who can resist that? Play fake, pass far side, and quarterback and receiver fail to make connections there. That was Zach Rackler, the intended receiver. Second and 10 from the 28. Boerne leading 48-0 on their way to a season record of 6-0. Coyotes come with the blitz running play right up the middle, and that's going to net about 2, possibly 3 yards. And the clock continues to roll here in the third quarter with 5:15 remaining.
Well, you mentioned the Coyotes' remaining schedule. They're going to have chances against Memorial, Kennedy. This was just not their night tonight, and I think Wade Miller's doing a good job with them.
Wade Miller, more on him in just a moment as we see the completion here to Carson Coughlin, who's having a good night tonight. Wade Miller is in his first year as coach at Uvalde. He comes here to Uvalde from Toloso Midway, where he did a wonderful job with that program just outside of Corpus Christi. You know, and we mentioned at the beginning of this broadcast that, yeah, this is football competition, but this also is an opportunity for everybody to express their support for Uvalde and their love and their commitment, and I think that's been handled very well tonight. I will tell you this, I've had the pleasure of knowing Wade Miller for a long time. That man is in that job for a reason at this time. His presence is going to be a very positive one on that community as they struggle with this horrible tragedy.
Right man for the job at the right time, huh?
He is. We got a timeout on the field. We'll keep it right here for right now, though. So had a chance to talk with Coach Miller before the ball game, and he says that he likes the progress that his program is making, and they did come into this ball game with a record of 3-2. He says they're now on a very aggressive weight training program, and they're going to get where they want to go. And he had so many wonderful things to say about his players and about how they have dealt with these horrible circumstances, and that they really have never blinked, and they've showed tremendous character. So, yeah, it's not going to be a good night for Uvalde on the scoreboard, but we hope that everybody in that community has felt the outpouring of love and support, because it's been totally unqualified. We are all standing solidly with Uvalde.
And speaking of the football side of it, they've got a shot, I think, at the playoffs. I think they could get in as a fourth-place team, I think, in this district.
Not impossible at all. Play coming to the near side. And Coughlin's really getting a lot of work tonight. Now, what do you know about him?
Well, that was, let's see, that was Rackler. That one goes to Rackler, it's number 6. So, yeah, that was that little pitch pass.
Yeah, took a pretty good pop, too, from Juvenal Esparza.
Yeah, but Coughlin, he said that he's having a good game, number 2. He's playing a lot tonight. I think Coach Hendricks moving players in and out.
2nd and 9. Running play inside. Bodie Brown gets a yard, maybe 2.
So after tonight, Boerne's got Memorial, Kennedy, Somerset, and Fredericksburg. And they're on the road for the next 3. So,
boy, 3 straight road games. That could be very difficult.
Yeah, they've done well in their first road game. Remember, they played 3 in a row here. That Antonian game, remember, was supposed to be on the road. But
right.
It was here.
3rd and 8. Play fake. Oh, what a nice catch. Made at about the 7-yard line. Man, that's Brendan Levada on the catch. Is that correct?
Perez, I think, 11.
Let's see. Yeah, that is 11 and not 17. So Brooks Perez, yes, on the reception. And it's a 4th down situation, and they need about a yard.
They're going to go for it. Quarterback sneak.
Under center, and it is a quarterback sneak. I feel like we just saw a solar eclipse. You don't see a quarterback with his hands under center anymore.
Quarterbacks always give the quarterback sneak away. generally because of the way how they align their feet, because they're trying to get a push off, so they don't stand on a normal stance. They put one foot in front of the other.
Well, you had to figure it was a sneak when you saw him under center for, at least in my recollection, the first time this year.
And looked like we had a Uvalde player get hurt, and he's coming out. Good thing he's able to walk out under his own power.
I believe that's Chris Rodriguez, their middle linebacker. All right, so it's a 1st and goal from the 7. Bays back in the shotgun. Shoulder fake. Throws the fade into the end zone. And he comes up with the catch. What a beautiful throw on the smash route. And that is Zach Rackler on the touchdown reception on a perfectly thrown ball by Jackson Bays. Oh, nice work. And really pretty good coverage by the cornerback, Alberto De La Garza.
Yep, De La Garza, he just didn't turn around. The ball was there. He didn't turn around, and Rackler looked back for the ball, and so he kind of knew where it was, and he was able to make that catch.
Here's that man Ballinger on for yet another PAT. Instant replay. He's got it. And now with 1:05 remaining in the 3rd quarter, it is now Boerne 55, Uvalde nothing. We'll take a short break here on the Greyhound Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Brian Benway, Boerne ISD Director of Communications, and you're watching the Greyhounds Sports Network. Let's go Hounds!
Hi, I'm Scott, and I love Chick-fil-A nuggets because the flavor is unparalleled. As soon as you bite into them, you're in a happy place. The seasoning is perfect.
Hey, I'm Giovanni, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is that they're perfectly breaded. There's just that right amount of crisp. I don't know what they're doing in the kitchen, but it's pure magic.
Boerne sophomore quarterback Jackson Bays is just lighting it up.
Yeah, what a drive there. Of course, they had the short field after that punt, but they go 8 plays, 7 yards, took 4 minutes and 35 seconds. 55-0.
Double nickels. Good kickoff, and a fair catch is made, which you can do now, so that'll bring the ball out to the 25.
Yeah, Boerne's first 3 games, Flower Bluff, Pleasanton, Antonio, they were at home. The Antonio game was supposed to be in San Antonio, but they had problems with their lights, so they brought it here. So their first game was against Gregory Portland after 3 at home. I kind of wondered how they would do away from Boerne ISD Stadium, and they went and lit up Gregory Portland, scored 50-something points on them. So
very impressive. Yeah, they kind of owned the Coastal Bend, had that big come-from-behind win over Flower Bluff, and then totally blew out GP.
So they did okay, but it's odd. They've only had one. We're in week 7. They've only had 1 game away from home.
On first down, running play not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A swarming Greyhound defense just gobbles up Jaden Gonzalez.
Yeah, there were at least 4 Greyhounds on this tackle. Hamby's right there, hits him, and then 3 other guys come in, help finish him off. Klarner in there, Braden Klarner in there, a couple others.
It's a loss of 4.
You know, the thing Coach Hendricks likes is he says we're doing good, but we do have a growth mindset. He said that's what I like about this team, is they feel like they want to get better, they want to learn, they want to work at stuff. So they work hard.
We're seeing it, absolutely. They get better, not just game to game, sometimes quarter to quarter. And we have played 3 quarters right now, and those Greyhounds lead it 55-0. Back with quarter number 4 in just a moment here on the Greyhound Sports Network.
I'm Gina DeWall, the Boerne ISD Athletic Secretary, and you're watching the Greyhound Sports Network. Go Greyhounds!
Ladies, that is how you execute the run-pass option.
All right, guys. In order to live in this community, we need to know important facts. What year was Boerne High School opened?
Back in 1909.
Now, who knows the name of the mascots?
Rowdy and Rita.
Okay. What year did Boerne play its first football game?
Back in 1909.
Coach Oswald.
Back with the final period here in Boerne as the homestanding Greyhounds lead this one 55-0 over Uvalde. Deep ball, far side, incomplete, and another good job defensively by the Greyhounds. And it'll be 3rd and 14.
Throw is a little bit behind. He's trying to make that comeback and just not able to reel it in as receiver Devin Franklin. Chargers, we'll have them on next week against Wagner, but they are in Seguin. They're in a dogfight out there in Seguin, 28-21. Matadors winning that game.
Appreciate the update. Now, as far as the Greyhounds are concerned, you and I will have the pleasure of working that game against Fredericksburg,
yeah.
Right?
Looking forward to that one.
Throwback pass and a deep one.
Nice.
And that is complete. And on the catch for Uvalde is that man, Devin Franklin.
Just went to him. He came all the way across the field. You see the quarterback looking, and he throws it across the field. And Franklin's got a couple steps on the defender, makes a nice catch there, holds on to the ball. It's the big thing is hold on, and they get into Greyhound territory. And I think this is the first time they've been on the Boerne half of the field.
Pretty good heave by quarterback Brody Carnes as well. So and that's the first down, as Kerry indicated, in Greyhound territory at the 49. Carnes goes to his left and almost suffers another deflected interception. Kind of lucky to get away with that one.
Yeah, Javier Martinez that one had some zip on it, and Martinez just not able to find a handle on it right there. You can see. Love to have that one back.
2nd and 10 after the incompletion. A wildcat play and a pass off of it. That's a nice reception, and this may result in a Uvalde score. Let's see if, yes, he's in. That is a touchdown pass, and Uvalde keeps fighting, and they get rewarded for that. A little bit of a gimmicky play as they had Chris Rodriguez in the ball game as a Wildcat quarterback, but nicely executed. And the right-hander does a good job of rolling left and throwing it back over the middle. And that's Jonathan Jimenez on the touchdown reception for the Coyotes.
Yep, it was kind of a foot race there at the end as Javier Martinez was chasing.
And the PAT by Damian Rivera is good. And the Coyotes keep battling, as we said, and they come up with the big play, and they close the gap to 55-7. Now, obviously, they're not going to win this football game, but on the other hand, I think their coach, Wade Miller, would tell you that how they perform over the final 10 minutes of this ball game is really important insofar as it impacts not just next week but the rest of their season.
Yeah, and you got to remember, this game's pretty much gotten out of hand, but it is your district opener, so you still have a lot of football left in the district season. So you got to work on stuff. You got to stay positive. You got to have you got to try to score, do all those things to get you ready. Maybe this game's, like I said, pretty much out of hand, but you still got other games to work on things and to fix things and get things right. So still a lot to play for the Coyotes going forward.
And this has been a significant evening here. I mean, the outpouring of love that's been directed toward the Uvalde community. You know, we saw a flyover before the game. They're going to feed the Uvalde team after the ball game. Just a really nice, genuine exchange. Here's the kickoff. It's kind of a mini squib, and it'll be returned by Cone Wolf. And he'll get outside the 30-yard line out to about the 33.
Yeah, and you mentioned all the Boerne community. They had a tailgate party for Uvalde, and I know about 100, at least as of Monday, 100 people had RSVP'd from Uvalde saying they were going to attend. They had the flyover you mentioned. The Boerne football team ran out of the tunnel with the Uvalde flag. And in my 20 years of watching Boerne football, I think it's the first time Boerne's run out with the opposing team's team colors and their flag. So that was a special thing.
Just so you'll know, they are letting the clock run now. They're just letting it go as we've got 9:13 remaining in the ball game, and it's important to note that can only happen when both head coaches agree to it.
So that Coyotes drive, 5 plays, 75 yards, took 2:59 off the clock, gets him on the board. They've scored in every game this year, haven't been shut out.
Yeah, they went in averaging 21 points a game. Running play off left guard. Chance Gentry gets the carry this time, and the clock continues to run as it will.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of running plays by the Greyhounds going forward here.
Yeah, well, this game will literally be over in 8 minutes and 12 seconds because they're not going to stop it. Four-man defensive front, blitz coming off the top. Here it is. Pass is complete. And that's a nice move after the catch by Max Migliozzi, who gets his second reception on the evening.
Migliozzi comes really close to breaking that one. He had a lot of empty space in front of him if he'd have been able to stay on his feet. Boerne just taking its time, letting the clock run. Shortening the game. Yeah.
Well, as I said, they're not stopping the clock at all now. Both coaches have agreed to this, so there are no stoppages. And I don't want to get ahead of myself here. In fact, I really don't. But if you look at Boerne's postseason prospects, they're bright. They could be playing well into December.
Yeah. And if I ask Coach Hendricks about it, he won't even talk. You know, he'll say, we're just worried about the next game. And yeah, but I think coaches like to talk like that. I'm sure you did when you coached. But
absolutely. If I'd heard somebody talking about my team's prospects in December, it's like, would you be quiet, please? Would you stop that?
But I think, I saw or heard somewhere they were the number 2 ranked team in the region behind Cal Allen in the 4A ranks. So, yeah, there's definitely the possibility of a deep run.
Yeah. That's a pass officially. It's a completed pass that gains maybe not even a yard.
And that's a safe pass, like you said earlier, because it's even Boerne kind of did this a lot last year. They didn't have the run game they quite were hoping for last year, I don't think. But when you pitch it forward, that's basically like a run. It's a short pass, so it kind of almost serves as your running game. And then you had a quarterback like Galloway who was quite a runner, so he was kind of a running back at times too.
And best of all, if it hits the ground, it's just an incomplete pass.
Yep.
Another running play. Clock continues to run. Impressive job, I thought, tonight, carried by the Boerne offensive line. I think they're really coming into their own. Let's call their names. The left tackle, Logan Schramm. The left guard, Riley Mackerel. The center, Jacob McLaughlin. The right guard, Carson Williams. And Sam Waters is the right tackle. They have done well.
A couple of those guys have been around for a few years and veteran players for them.
Screen indeed. And it's got a lot of room. And this is going to be a house call. As storming into the end zone goes Caleb Cloutier on a play that was perfectly executed. And that ball was put right on the money by Jackson Bays, who now officially is just having an absurdly wonderful evening.
Well, it's like he's playing video games out there. I think this is his fifth one. Yeah, once he
tunnel screen.
Yep. Once the defender goes down, there's really nobody out there.
And look at the big guy, the center, Jacob McLaughlin, out front of that play. That was impressive. And there's Ballinger doing what Ballinger does best. And they have now cracked the 60 mark as they lead this one by a score of 62-7. And for the first time in a long time, really, the officials have stopped the clock, I guess, for the kickoff. 4:56 remaining, but other than that, they've just been letting the clock run.
Yeah, and change of possession, an injury or timeout, you would stop it. But other than that, yeah, just pretty much let it go.
So you got some college football watching on your agenda tomorrow?
A little bit. I'm going to go watch little nephew football watching tomorrow.
You were telling me about that. That's a great story.
Yeah, my little nephew's going to play tomorrow, and he's only about 5 or 6. He's not sure how much he wants to play, so his mom's telling me that she may have to bribe him to play next year. So.
Well, he can get the NIL money.
Yeah. So Dominic's going to make some money playing football maybe. So he might lose college eligibility. I don't know.
Kickoff returned out across the 10-yard line to about the 11.
So that drive by Boerne, 6 plays, 67 yards, took 4:19 off the clock. Cloutier with the touchdown pass from Bays. I believe that's his 5th passing.
I believe you are correct.
Tonight. And
keep in mind, he's thrown 2 interceptions all year long, and both of those 2 picks came in the first game of the year. Matter of fact, the first half of the first game of the year.
Pretty impressive streak there.
Chris Rodriguez, the quarterback for Uvalde. Running play off left guard. That's Abraham Ali.
But I tell you, Ali, he had some room. He is able to shake that last tackle. That might have been a first down for the Coyotes, but good open field tackle by Boerne. That's one of the hardest things to do in football is tackle an athlete in space.
Well, and it's becoming a lost art at almost every level of football.
Yep, with the way offenses can score, and I say that, the NFL had one other stinkers last night.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, all field goals. I was reading a couple articles about that game last night, the Colts and the Broncos, and the question was that the worst primetime game ever in NFL history? It was 7 field goals, which is not what the NFL wants.
No, it isn't. And I wonder if what we're seeing is it's really not a very good product right now. I think in several weeks it will be, but it's almost like because the NFLPA has negotiated what they have, there's no real training camp, and there are only 3 preseason games, and a lot of teams don't play their starters, and it appears they're just not ready to play yet. That'll change, but it's something the NFL is going to have to take a look at because that was a substandard product last night, to say the least.
Yeah,
and 2 veteran quarterbacks who just couldn't get out of their own way.
Yeah, and both teams, though, were starting running backs, very good starting running backs that are out for the year.
Right,
well,
right.
Denver's is out for the year, but Colts is Taylor is out just for a little bit.
Yeah,
but,
he'll be back.
Yeah, but so I record the games and then I watch them later, so I can fast forward through a lot of the commercials and the talking in between. And that was a quick game to go through.
Deep ball by Rodriguez, and his intended target is Quentin Gant, looking for a flag but doesn't get one.
Well, I think Gant had a couple steps.
He
but
did.
Just the quarterback just put everything he had into it, but just you see Gant's having to come back there.
Clock moving, 2:11 left.
Rodriguez just put everything he had into that one.
He's a senior. The starting quarterback, Brody Carnes, is a junior. Play fake, rolls to the near side.
Good play.
Throws it, has a completion. Kind of looks like a 49er bootleg play there, and a big hit on the sideline is applied to the receiver, Taylor Massey.
Benavides with the hit.
That's a pop. Take another look.
Yeah, that was a good, well-run play by the Coyotes, trying to get out of bounds, and then
man. Oh, he dialed him up.
Yeah, Massey's going to remember that one. That's probably their best play of the night right there.
Well done.
That one went for 19.
From the 41, Rodriguez. Still on his feet for now, but finally is brought down at about the 35-yard line.
He was able to escape some of that. You see him looking left the whole time. Nothing there. He rolls a little bit to his left, escapes that one tackle. But then that's going to be it. He kind of slipped there. I think he was going to maybe just try to throw it away, not able to get the ball up in the air.
Rodriguez is a strong young man. He weighs 220. We got a minute left in this one. Rodriguez sets up, throws incomplete. His intended receiver, Quentin Gant.
Gant or Rivera, he kind of threw it in. He threw it over one and underneath the other, so I'm not sure which one he was going for, but I think Rivera was open, but just not able to get to him.
And they do stop the clock this time, following the incompletion, with 53 seconds left.
Flag came out. Play clock got down to 0.
Yeah. 3rd and 21, end around coming to the near side. And the ball carrier, Joshua Verduzco, showing a little scoot here.
Good speed, Verduzco.
So we'll get ready for what may be the final play of this ball game.
You mentioned, Paul, everything that the Boerne community did, and these Uvalde players, they have to probably go through that everywhere they go as far as the opposing team wanting to do something. You want them to, obviously, to get away from all that and focus on football, but, you know, at the same time, you just want to recognize and honor that community as well.
We stand with you. 4th down, pass over the middle, it falls incomplete, and the clock hits 0. And our final score is Boerne 62, Uvalde 7. So with that, Boerne runs its season record to 6-0. They're 1-0 in district play. Uvalde falls to 3-3 and 0-1. So we will beat a hasty exit after this one. We appreciate your being with us. We thank all of you very, very much. So from my partner, Kerry Barboza, and everybody at Wick Productions, my name is Paul Alexander, wishing you good evening from Boerne.